In this video.
Oh, that's the exhaust. I'm not going to be able to get past that, am I? What am I doing? I can't get it through. I hate this. Build a camper van, they said. Yeah, great. Well, nobody said that, to be honest. I just said that. That was the most horrendous 10 minutes of my life. So, in this video, what we're going to do is install the plumbing. The main thing I want to do is install the Truma heater. So the main sort of, I suppose the lungs or heart of the system. What's the heart? Yeah. Heart. The heart of the system. And I want to, this is the cold water that goes into the Truma. I want to see if I can get this installed as well. So we've got the water tank at one end, and then from that I'm going to have a valve that just allows me to switch the whole system on and off. I'm going to have a filter to filter the water that goes into the pump. The pump's going to pump the water from the water tank, and the accumulator or the expansion tank means that it doesn't put too much pressure on the pump, or it doesn't keep asking the pump for pressure. So it means it just doesn't keep pumping. So that's the expansion tank, and then that is going to cold feed into the heater. And there's other things like a non-return valve, there is a frost protection valve, a lot of things. And I don't want any leaks. So this is the Truma heater, it's a Truma D6E. So this will heat my hot water, but more importantly, heat my camper van. It also heats hot water through either the diesel, or it's got a 240 connection as well. So if I'm connected, and well, I can use 240 to heat the water as well. The key thing now is to get three things through the floor. So the first one is the hot water comes out here, and I have a expansion valve basically that I put on there, and this means that if it expands the hot water and it gets too hot for any reason, or there's too much pressure that builds up, then I can put a tube onto this here, and then this tube then goes out and drains through the van. So I've got to put a hole in for that. I've also got to put a hole in for the diesel line, which is this yellow little thing here, and I'm going to connect some of the diesel line to the diesel pump that I connected in a previous video, so that's going to go through the floor. And then I've got a frost protection on my cold water, and I'm going to stick that down here somewhere, and also that is going to have to go through the floor as well, because this has got a drain on the cold water. So that's it really, I've just got to drill some holes. Okay, to work out the position of where I want it from in this direction, Rick had a good idea. So basically I'm just going to find the central line, which is about 4 centimeters to the right of this line on the floor, and then I want it to be around about here. So that's about 18 centimeters in that direction from the central line. So hopefully that should work. And then I know there's a ridge underneath, so I'm just going to go and try and work out where that ridge is. Hopefully that should work. This is not a good thing to do when you've got a bad back. Oh, Jesus, I've too many mince pies. Oh my God, that's so hard to work out the central line. Actually, I could do it quite easily, because there's two struts that I think must be, yeah, that's easy. Oh, I think there's even a line going down that's half 93, 45, 46 and a half. Oh, perfect. It's actually marked where the central line is. So, what do we say, 18?
Yeah.
That works quite well, I think. Oh, I need my glasses. Yeah.
You want to go out and get them yourself?
No, if you...
What, your actual glasses or safety glasses?
Safety glasses, they're under... I never lose them. They're underneath the saw, I think.
So Rick passed me the elusive safety glasses, and I got to work drilling up through where Rick was waiting to film the drill bit coming through. Well, that's what I thought.
Further forward, Rick went to see if he could find the drill. And luckily, he moved the heater out of the way so that we would have no chance of drilling it. He unfortunately moved it to where the drill came through pretty much, which is there, which is where I expected it, not where Rick expected it. So I think that's okay. I think when I put the thing back there, we can do that now. No, I need your help for that. There we go. So that's good. So it's there. So I think I'm going to have the diesel one here, and then I'll have the other one here. So that's perfect. Just need to get them the right width now. So the diesel line's going to go through this conduit. So just do it that size, I think. I don't really know why I came in from this side. That was such a... Oh, that's the exhaust. I'm not going to be able to get past that, am I? Nope. What am I doing? Oh. That looks wrong. I can't get it through. It could be dangerous. If somebody switched the car on now, that would not be good. Build a campervan, they said. Yeah, great. Well, nobody said that, to be honest. I just said that. Right. Right, this is my diesel pump. Do you think that's too low there?
I've got no idea.
That's not good, is it?
What's that? Oh, there it goes.
Do you think I'll hit anything with that, with the underneath of the car? I like the way that VW have used the same pipe. That's quite reassuring. I need some of those clips though. That would be really useful. I can put those in afterwards. Right, so where am I gonna... I've got to get this from here, which is the diesel pump, which is connected to the diesel tank. And it's got to go, there's got to be an electric cable and a diesel line that goes over to my hole, which is over there. And I can't go near the exhaust. See, they've been quite, oh, they put it in the frame. No, they haven't. I just put it under like that. What's that? Handbrake? Probably. Oh, I can't get off it. Come on. There we go. There we go. I hate this. I don't like being under the van. Right, I don't know why I don't put it this way. It's very long, this. Now I'm going to get it this way. No, it's all... What? That's the wrong end. There we go. That's going to go there. Perfect. It's going to go like that. That's going to go over there. That's going to go through there. That's good. That's all good. Right, I've got to connect my diesel line. That's what I've got to do. I should have done this out of the bloody underneath. Right, Rick.
Yeah.
Help. I put my camera up there to record it. I didn't even record it. I need to be able to cut this.
So what do you need?
So a Stanley knife would be good, but also there's some, so a Stanley knife in that top drawer on the left-hand side, there should be a Stanley knife, but there should also be some tools on the long bench where the miter saw is, which is the big one that you pull down. The far end of the garage, there's a box, and in that box there is some electrical tools, and one of them, it looks like a tool that you'd use in torture to cut somebody's finger off. It's basically blue, and it's like it'll cut through anything basically. I'm now drilling another hole just to make my van lighter. No, to to get the electrical cable up. And I don't want the electrical cable over here where the plumbing stuff is. I want it near where the electrics is. So I'm putting it here. It's going to go slightly underneath the heater, but I think that's going to be fine. So the electric cable will come up there. It's quite close to the brake cables or the brake lines underneath, but I think I've worked out exactly where it is. It should be fine. What can go wrong? Right, I need to go and check underneath now. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That is perfect. Absolutely exactly where I wanted it.
Obviously, Pebbles wasn't so sure about that.
That's not a good idea. I've just thought, the reason I'm thinking it, I don't know what size the hole's got to be for the wire. I think it's got to be a bit bigger than that. And the problem is that if it's got to be bigger, I want a pilot hole to use my other drill bit to get through it. So, I might have to go underneath and now and do it. I just need to check the size of the wire. Should have done that first. Right, so I just need to work out what size this has got to be. So it's 14.5 centimetres. So I think if I did it at 15, can't actually do my thing. There we go. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. 15 centimetres. 15 millimetres, centimetres, that'd be big, wouldn't it? So I've decided just to chop the wire. It's a really long cable, and I've now realised that I actually need to shorten the cable anyway, so I'm just going to chop the wire in half and then reconnect it, which means the plug doesn't have to go through the hole. That didn't work. I thought that was going to be a really cool way of getting under, and it ended up being very uncool. Is there more weight on this side? It's gone down further. It just doesn't... I can't get under. How did I get under before? Okay, we're good. How much do I want to chop off? Quite a bit, I think. Oh, get it right, Nigel, get it right. Oh, there's loads and loads. I might as well chop off quite a bit. Right, just slowly, slowly, slowly. Keep going and slowly. Go, 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 go. More, 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 bit more. That's enough. Oh, this is just not working. It's just not working. Why did I plug it in? It would have been so much easier if I hadn't plugged it in. And I don't know how to unplug it. Unplug. That was the most horrendous 10 minutes of my life. I wonder if I couldn't do it under the thing. Right, so that has got to have a lot of slack on it, because I have to connect that. This conduit is literally going to, I'm going to scream. I might just use bigger conduit. I have got bigger conduit I could use. Just need help. Go. I'm a beaten man.
I'm not as dumb as I look here. I just didn't have the right conduit for it. This was split conduit and I just needed a normal bit of conduit, which I didn't have. Having the right tools is so important for jobs like this.
Oh, hey! Oh yeah, we got it through. So that's good. So I can put this in, I can attach this, and then attach this. I might take that off afterwards. We'll see how I feel. Right. Ow, my chin. Probably not the best sound, I'm just talking to myself, to be honest. Oh, right, 3 cable ties on. We're doing well, actually. That's going to go over there, that's good. All right, let's get the electrical one. Where's that?
So I finally got all the electrics and diesel line threaded through, which meant I could make a start on plumbing in the water tank.
This is the cold water tank. I've got it inside because I'm going to go to cold places. I want it to not freeze underneath. So this is going to go over the wheel here. I'm going to have more insulation behind it, and it's going to be hidden by another bit of wood here, and then drawers are going to come out here. So I've got to, on this end, I've got to put an inlet, an outlet, and then I've got to put all the plumbing stuff, so the accumulator and the pump connected to the heater, which is a Truma combi heater. I'll talk more about that later. And then I've got to connect the exhaust up of this, put drain valves into the floor, and that's about it. It's a lot of work. So yeah, I'm at that stage, and everyone probably understands this. When you're at a project and you've just so many things to do, it's overwhelming. And I'm sort of at that stage again. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get this done. But first thing is get this fixed in place here. So I've got some brackets that are going to go into here like this. So I'm going to work out how I'm going to fix those brackets in. They'll probably fit to this aluminium angle okay. And yeah, just make sure that doesn't move.
So here you can see I've got the brackets mounted to the aluminium angle that I have to hold my bed up, and that should hold the tank nice and securely. So this brings us to installing the waist, where my old university friend Steve, who's a bit of a practical joker, came to give me a helping hand. And it seems his first practical joke was turning off the mic. No, that's probably my mistake actually. So one of the first things I wanted to do is work out where to put this gauge that will actually measure the water level in the waste tank, and we have a little bit of an argument about this, but we agree that I'm right. So we're putting the waste in, and the waste, as you just saw, we made a little bit of a mistake there, but we fixed that with a little bit of the bathroom laminate. So that's all there. We used the hole out of there to go in there. Steve's not as stupid as he looks. So the next thing is that we've got to have the inlet for the waste and the outlet for the waste. So the inlet, this is just going to screw in there with a bit of PTFE tape. And then I've got this pipe, which is this waste pipe that's going to stick on there, and we'll put a Jubilee clip on it, keep it on, and then this will feed from the sink and the shower. And this doesn't seem very big for a waste, but I've been told in campervans that's fine, so it should be good. And then this is my outlet. So rather than going under and having to manually switch it on and off underneath, I thought, well, why not make it electric? Add a bit more weight to my van. So I've got this, which will screw into the bottom one. There'll be power that goes to this, and then I can open close this solenoid here, which should work pretty well. That's it. Let's do it. So I needed to drill out the rubber seal that's put in these tanks, so you can decide which holes you need to do. I was just going to drill it straight out, but Steve had a really good idea. His only good idea he had all day, I think, which was to put some PTFE tape around this, get it in place so that we don't damage the thread, or if we do damage anything, then it's just the internal unthreaded part of this outlet.
Okay. So, what was that on the face of? A bit of cloth.
Why have you got them round that way?
What do you mean?
What? Well, why have you got that bit at the back? That should be at the front.
No, it's fine like that.
No, it's not. They should go at the front. It's untidy that way, and every time that's rolled up, you have to reach in and find the end. Why don't you put it the other way round?
In the comments, should it go that way, at the back, or at the front?
At the front.
We'll see.
Steve and I then headed out to fit this tank to the bottom of the van. I am so glad I had his help here though, because it was so hard to do. We had to use self-tapping screws, but it was just really awkward to get to. We lifted it up with the jack so we could hold it in place, and then Steve thankfully did all the hard work on this. So the inlet, I'm having the inlet on the inside of my van to be able to put water into my tank. The reason I want to do that is that I just don't want, when I'm going to cold climates, to have a problem from filling it from outside. I'm sure I won't. And also, it's one less thing to put on the outside of the van, which I think looks pretty ugly. So I'm going to fit this, which is like a push fitting, into there, and then I can just connect my water tap. If I have any leaks or I have a problem with that, or it goes a bit wrong, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend that into a hose, and then I'll be able to do the connection outside the van. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, build a wood container, brill. Okay, so the water's coming out of the bottom of here. Obviously, that's the lowest point of the tank. It's going to come through here, and then I've had to sort of make a series of bends because I want the water to come out of here, through here. I want to drain, and this goes underneath my van that I've just put in. And then I also want to be able to switch off the water when I drain it, obviously to the main system. So I've got another tap here. So that's going to go down there, and then the pipe's going to go round to my main plumbing that I'll put down there. So I'm just going to plumb this bit up, connect this in, put the pipe in. Should be good. Now I want to be travelling in the winter, maybe to Norway in this van, so I don't want any pipes to freeze. So one of the reasons I've got the water tank internally, and I also wanted to put a lot of insulation around the cold water here to make sure I don't have any problems. Now it's not going to be impervious to anything, but anything I can do to help is massively important. I wanted to box this water tank off because I'm going to have two drawers in here that pull out big drawers. So I used some of this insulated plywood, which is lightweight. I'm trying to make this as light as possible, and at the end I'm going to weigh my van, and I pray it's not over 3.5 tons, but anything I can do to make it as light as possible is important. So I got these in, and yeah, I think that's going to work well. Right, so this is my board, and this is going to be the sort of the back of the drawers, and I'm going to mount the pump and the accumulator on here now, and then I can just push the whole board in, and then this is where the cold water comes in. It'll just connect in. So I've just put on my PTFE tape on the screw threads. Basically it's pump, accumulator, then an isolating valve, and then this is going to go to my hot water tank and my hot water heater, and this will go to the shower and the kitchen. So that's going to go there. So the time has finally come where I'm actually going to get the exhaust dust and air intake, which is this all-in-one big thing here, and that's going to go onto here like this. It's going to go into there and then fits onto there like that. I've just got to make sure it's super well connected. Obviously there's a carbon monoxide risk here, so what can go wrong? Well, I could die. So yeah, I just need to be careful about the connection on here, and make sure this is clean, and then connect that on there, and then when that's on there I can put that board in and screw that in. This is the electrics coming through. There's another board there. I've connected this exhaust, the warm air duct here, through here, and then my plumbing that I just created is here. So I should be able to get this fairly well connected now. This
doesn't go in here very easily, but I'm just trying to push it in as much as I can. It's nearly in. I think that's it. Then, oh gosh, I think that must go on. Oh, I forgot to put the Jubilee clip on. That's okay, I can put that on afterwards, can't I? I can just disconnect it, can I? Yeah, I think so. Forgot to put the Jubilee clip on. No! Yeah, that's fine. That'll go around. Right, so, I mean, you're meant to put this on, but I don't think it needs it. So I'm going to leave that off, and I'm going to just use this, which looks way better. That's no way is that coming off there. That's tight. So then I just need to in this round here. Enough. Nothing's easy, is it? There we go. So I just want to stretch these out a little bit. I can push it up there. There we go. That's better. I think that's good. So then, should be able to put this round here. Right, it's time to check for any leaks. I'm dreading this, so the first thing I'm going to do is fill my water tank up a little bit through my water tank fill-up point, which should just be, well, that doesn't fit in a convincing click, but hopefully that should not spray everywhere. Okay, it's filling. Sorry? Okay, just stop for a sec. Okay, so far so good. I think I'll put a bit more in. You always have to do that with your finger. Right, put a bit more in. So far so good. That was a success so far. We have no leaks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to try and this, which is the, I'll show you, I'll bring you closer. Okay, so I'm just going to just drain some water out now. That looks good, that's draining. Stop that. Check for leaks. Don't seem to be any. We're all good. Okay, I've had my first leak. So when I switched that on, it leaked out of here, which is this here. So I presume it either leaked out of here, which I don't think it did. I think it just leaked out the top of that. Yeah, just the top of this. Should just be able to clean that up fairly easily. Okay, I've switched on the electrics and the pump went on, so I've switched that off for now because I don't think I need the pump on. I think I don't need any water going through this, so It's now searched for bush devices, and it says it's found the heater combo. So that looks good, and this is flashing down here. Oh, I think it's just working. I think it's working. It sounds like a boiler now. Can you hear it? Still no heat coming out of there though. Oh, it's making a stronger noise now. Still no heat coming out though. It's definitely making a noise. Come on! We have smoke coming out. Yes! Yes, 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 yes! That's warm, it's working. Oh, I'm so pleased it's working. Right, so hopefully it should just take a while to get hot and then stop pumping the vents out.
So this is a new channel, so if you're not already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. In the next video, I start to make the van look a lot better with the cabinets, and I have my first go at spray painting, and it doesn't go all to plan.